Hi, this is Bill Johnson, and you're listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast, episode number 441, where tonight we'll be talking about 1974's Tobe Hooper directed The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You heard it last week. What's more American than Texas in honor of Texas, or not Texas, American Independence Day? I'm one of your co-host, Todd. We have Steve. We are Joe's tonight. Steven, what's up, man?
What's going on? Yeah, so 250 years
Mm,
the U.S. has
good
been
run, good run, good run so
a
far.
country. Yeah, good run. Currently competing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
As of this recording, we don't know. They're in a round of 32. Haven't
Hmm.
played their game there yet. Maybe they'll face Canada, who are now in
Oh, are
round
they in
of
it too?
16. Yeah, they're the only country to go forward at the
Oh,
time of
it's
this recording
elimination
so far.
rounds now, right?
Yeah.
Who'd you guys
So
play? They beat.
we played South Africa.
Okay. Yeah, I think South Africa was last ranked on the 32 list, but
Yeah, we got so fucking lucky because we ended up losing our last game to Switzerland, and that ended up helping us for the round of 32.
got the easier
So,
team.
yeah, which is,
Nice.
it is what it is. I mean, South Africa is still a good team. It's just
Oh yeah, of course.
definitely way easier. I mean, I didn't think Canada would get this far. We're not a soccer country at all, but here we are, gonna face
No, we are
Morocco.
all soccer countries right now.
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna face either Morocco or Netherlands. I don't think they beat either of them, to be honest, but it was a good
Hmm.
run. So who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, we're now celebrating America's 250th with Texas Chain Saw Massacre. It was also Canada Day, so happy belated Canada Day to
Happy
everyone.
Canada Day.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So you guys doing anything for July 4th?
It's hot as fuck right now.
Fuck here too, man. Damn.
It's 105 with the heat index, which is awful. Last year, if you guys remember, I had my AC broken for like a month or two straight. It was fucking it sucked, but I'm knocking on every piece of wood right now to make sure that doesn't happen again. No, I've told the story numerous times, but long story short, I used to go all out for fireworks like rockets and bombs and mortars and all that shit until I lit the planter on fire and the thing tipped over in the middle of the street. The fucking thing just malfunctioned and it fell over on the side. It's one of those rockets. It's like a block and it has like 100 shells that just shoot off by itself. It tilted over, and then started shooting down the street. It shot into the back of my truck where my family was at, shot into the fucking planters, lit them on fire. I ran out to the street and like with a bucket of water, doused it, but it was a fiasco. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. So I maybe I'll get some sparklers. I don't know. But I think I dodged a bullet with that one. So I've been trying to pay it back ever since. So probably gonna grill out, do some burgers, hot dogs, a classic. In Canada for you guys, is it like the same shit where you're doing fireworks?
Exactly the same thing. Yep.
Okay, so North America Day, except
Yep.
for
Except
Mexico, I guess.
3 days apart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
Who'd you guys beat for your independence? Or is that what it is?
Well, it's when we basically decided we're going to be our own country as opposed to being part of the British.
But why do you guys still have the king on your money?
Because we're still technically part of it's like an alliance, right? It's like
Okay.
yeah, well, Australia has the same thing, and a bunch of us
Mm,
we're still like, but he has no power really against us. He signs off on stuff, but that's about it. All the decisions are made within our own parliament. So
gotcha.
politics,
Politics,
yeah,
geopolitical landscape. What's your thought on the Middle East right now, Steve? Just kidding.
right.
All right, so we're jealous tonight again.
God damn it, Joe.
Fucking stupid asshole.
Yeah, he did send
I,
a message that we'll read out at the
I'm not reading
at
shit.
at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So
Let's see. I'm browsing news here because I know people like that. I know the. Did you see the werewolf trailer at all?
no, I didn't have time to check it out. I was really busy at work today,
Yeah,
but
that was some riveting. That was a
so,
riveting piece I just brought up. I didn't
Robert
watch it
Eggers.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, werewolf, which looks pretty freaking sick.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out the
Um,
trailer. I mean,
yeah, scary movie, 200 million worldwide, killing it. Although the fucking reviews are awful.
yeah, I'm actually watching it tonight. It just came out.
Oh, really? Oh, it's on VOD already?
Yeah.
Oh, Lee Cronin's The Mummy starts streaming next week, so I'll
Mhm.
definitely. I have a lot to catch up on. Backrooms, Obsession, The Mummy. I guess Scary Movie. What else is there that I haven't watched that's been out?
Undertone, you haven't watched yet? No?
Undertone. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And that concludes the news.
That's why Joe does it.
All right. What have you been watching, Steve?
I've been watching quite a bit, so that we did have a movie club last week. So thank you everyone for attending. The movie we watched is a 2013 movie by the name of Saint Bernard, which we watched over on Tubi. Saint Bernard is directed by the same individual who made Skin Deep, which we reviewed maybe a month or two ago. What the fuck is the story about, man? Holy shit! It's about a guy. He's like a composer, or he wants to be a composer anyway, and he just goes about his life, and has all these super weird fucking visions and things, and that's the story. It's a very weird movie. I mean, at some point he's just a head on a giant, like, gross colon, and he's jumping
Oh,
around the street out of nowhere. There's a chicken that goes skydiving, but not like a live chicken. It's like a chicken you'd buy from the grocery, like, just skin and no head or anything. This movie is weird. It's so weird. The guy at some point like finds a Saint Bernard severed head on the side of the street, which is why it's called Saint Bernard. And he starts talking to it and stuff, and he like brings it everywhere. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe this movie. It was weird. It it definitely benefited from watching it as a group, because we were pointing out just how weird it got at times, and we were kind of laughing. Warwick Davis makes another appearance in this, also as baffling as Skin Deep, and you're just like, yeah, he owes money to this guy somehow. There's something weird here. I can't say I loved it, to be honest. It was fun to watch one time with friends, but yeah, I definitely would not recommend it or check it out again. So that was Saint Bernard, which I watched over on Tubi. I gave it 2 stars out of 5.
I always assumed it was a killer dog movie because of the cover,
Yeah, no, the dogs
but
are
apparently
dead
I'd never
before,
seen it.
yeah,
Okay.
before the movie even begins, unfortunately.
That Skin Deep director is something else.
Yeah, no kidding. You didn't watch anything, right? Other than,
I mean, I have little kids. I'm babysitting for a couple weeks, so we're watching like Shrek, which honestly, Shrek hasn't aged well. I remember liking it a
really?
lot, and I watched it this time. I'm like, this. I mean, it's a product of its time too.
Yeah, sure.
It came out in '01, and of course, it does the Matrix joke where the camera fucking
Right.
rotates, and every fucking movie in like within like 5 years of that Matrix movie had it.
Yep.
I think we just talked about with Scary Movie too that they did the same fucking joke.
Hmm.
I also watched Star Wars, the original 1977, which is just an amazing film.
Yeah.
It's a building blocks for everything. Although I would say that I know Luke has like experience operating his little fucking piece of shit um, ship, shooting rats and stuff that he quotes he does.
Yep.
But there's no way in hell, there's no military in this universe that would be like, hey kid, do you have any experience with this fucking highly sophisticated fighter airship jet? No? Get the fuck in it. We're doing the Death Star run right now.
Right.
No fucking chance, dude. One, he doesn't know how to operate it. I don't care what he's doing at home. It'd be like me, like, oh, I drive a truck. That means I can drive a tank. No, not the same thing. So one, he doesn't know how to fucking operate it. Two, he doesn't know their military fucking strategy or their like comms or their fucking call signs or anything like that. Oh, Red 5 standing by. Oh, good for you, Luke. Good for you. You're gonna cause a death because you don't know how to fucking fly information, you little piece of shit. And then three, use the force, bitch. You haven't used the force yet. You fought against a little floating robot shooting lasers at your butthole in the Millennium Falcon, but we're doing the Death Star run, and he's like, use the force, Luke. And then all the dudes are on Yavin 4 were like, hey, dude, your fucking computer's down. He's like, I know, I turned it off. Like, get this bitch out of here. He's a problem. I know he got a lucky shot and he fucking bombed it, but if you're looking at this movie practically, no way in hell, if I'm in charge of the military, am I letting this fucking swamp rat, fucking little street rat, fucking Aladdin little kid, fucking in this fucking army because he's going to be a liability. He just got lucky. The end.
I,
5 out of 5 stars though, because it's still amazing.
I don't think he got lucky.
The
Um,
forest got him.
no, I think R2D2 was just doing the actual
He's fucking.
driving. I mean, I think Luke was commanding that ship just like Dwight was commanding the booze cruise on The Office. Like, he looks like he's actually cruising it,
Yeah.
but there's a guy that's in the back actually
R2D2 is
doing all the
cooking,
work.
dude.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like when you hand your cousin the fucking remote control and like, yeah, you can play with me.
yeah,
And
right,
like it's not
exactly.
unplugged.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that theory though, because Gold Leader, who's a fucking or Red Leader, I think, who's the one that gets killed right before. I think it's Red Leader. He's a fucking badass, and he misses a shot.
Right.
And then Luke comes in here, no problems.
No,
Fucking wings
exactly.
it. He eyeballs it, going like 3,000 miles per hour down a fucking corridor. Which why are you building a trench
Yeah, right.
in this fucking thing anyway? You fucking morons. But I love that theory that R2D2 carried Luke because Luke's kind of a little fucking pesky little wiener in this. So,
He is.
but still a 5 out of 5 because it built one of
Of
the
course.
most amazing universes in history. But yeah,
Yeah. All right. My second one, I guess I was in a mood and like, completing things that from recent reviews. I watched Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, Part 2 over on Tubi. So this one picks up a little bit after the first film. The gentleman is not played by Michael Rooker, Henry, so it's a totally new guy. And this time he's basically doing the same thing. So he starts off the movie jobless, and he's going to like homeless shelters, and there's this weird homeless guy who wants to like rape him, and that story goes nowhere for no reason. So I don't really know why they included it, but it's there. So, anyways, he ends up finding a porta potty company who need employees. So he applies to go there, and they need someone right away. So he starts working, but the guy who owns it realizes that he doesn't have like a place to stay. So he decides, oh, you could be my roommate for a little bit, and he's there living with his girlfriend. And then a lot of the same kind of plot points as the first one start happening. They also have like their niece that lives with them, and he's starting to like fall for her. Meanwhile, the owner of the porta potty company, he's played by. Do you watch Prison Break, Todd?
I have. Yeah,
Yeah, he's played by Avocado, the guy
Avo-
who like,
avocado,
yeah, he's like the rapist that would rape that the younger guy who comes in later who stole baseball cards. I think,
avocado Prison Break. I just looked him up. Oh, he's
yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
He, ugh, gross.
So it's almost like a friggin' Mr. Alfonso situation
Yeah, he
here.
looks. Dude, he's wearing the wife beater and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
anyway. So yeah,
Sheesh.
so he's starting to cause trouble, and of course Henry can't keep his killing addiction at bay, so he starts killing people, and his roommate helps him, just like the first movie. And then there's a situation where the niece is starting to fall for him, but in this one, and I actually like this, he doesn't like want to do that because he's like, no, you're too young, and you don't want to be with me. If you're with me, I'm just gonna send your life to a bad place. And I actually like the kind of what they build with this one. I'll even say I think Henry has a better story arc in this film than he does in the first one. But he's not played by Michael Rooker, and that definitely makes a difference. Although I think the guy who played in this one was actually pretty good as well. I thought the film was decent. If you like the first Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, I think you would like part two as well. You just have to accept that Michael Rooker isn't playing Henry in this one, but I think it's a perfectly good film, and I think people should check it out if they like the first film. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars, and that is Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer Part Two on Tubi.
Do they reference any of the first movie?
They just through like flashbacks, they
Oh,
show like pictures of the some of the deceased people from the first one, but they don't actually show Henry because he's played by someone else.
gotcha.
So yeah.
Hmm, interesting.
I do have one more, and I'm not going to go into too many details with this one because it is quite the controversial movie. I'm going through the top 50, maybe one time the top 100 most extreme films list that someone wrote. So I don't know who wrote this. And this was number two. So you can only imagine what kind of pain I would put myself through with this one. And that is 2010's A Serbian Film. Very infamous in the horror community
Yuck.
for not the best reasons. So the story, without getting into too much, is a retired porn star is he needs money because his family are having a hard time with kind of getting their finances together, and he's just not fulfilled with like his porn work anymore, and he's at the point where he's like kind of over it, but he gets an offer from this like mysterious rich dude who's like, if you sign with me and we make artistic porn, then um, we'll give you a ton of money. And he shows them the amount of money. But the one thing is, I can't tell you what you're going to do because I want you to react like how you would react, as opposed to if you know it before, you might be acting and stuff like that. So he accepts because of how much money it is, and It's just a series of really, really gross shit that he's being asked to do. He does refuse for most of it, but then once you start refusing too much, he gets drugged and kind of forced into it. And anyway, there's some shit in here, and you probably know what I'm referring to. I won't say it on the podcast, but it's extreme, extreme. Like really things that would absolutely disgust most people, and they should. If they don't, what's his name? Chris Hansen is going to have some questions for you.
Have a seat.
See,
Have a seat.
I will say the film is like it's like well shot. It's like a real film. It's like well shot. It's not gross for the sake of being gross. I read in an article after Joe told me about it that the director did it to showcase like the underground porn in Serbia and try to like expose it for how disgusting it is. And a lot of the stuff that they do slash refer to in this film are things that are happening in the real world, unfortunately. And some famous people that you probably heard of have done some of the things in this, and it's just disgusting. And I will say it's still a decent movie if you take out those scenes. There is a rated cut that takes out the most extreme things, and the rest is extreme, but not like too extreme. So I give it 2 out of 5 stars. It's a complicated movie for sure. Definitely would not recommend it unless you're really just curious to see the most extreme films like I am. And yeah, I will never watch it again. This is the second time I see it. Never again. It's logged. It's done. Gone.
What's number one then, if that's number two?
Salo, 100 Days of
No.
Sodom.
Two movies I will never watch.
No, you shouldn't either.
So is it closer to a situation with Cannibal Holocaust where if you remove the animal killing, it's pretty good? Well, you gave it a two, so I guess not pretty dang good, but
No, but I gave it a 2 mostly because I was so disgusted
mhm.
with those scenes. It's really 2 scenes in particular that are really
Yeah,
really extreme, and I mean, there's the one that's the most famous is like it's kind of fake looking, like it's very obviously not what
or-
it's supposed to
yeah,
be. There's another scene at the end. It's kind of a twist that disgusts me almost more because, and again, it's not, it's like, it's not what's actually happening, like they're not using real kids. They're not, you know what I mean? It's
right.
not like,
I just
it's
have no
mostly
interest.
implied.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
it's
it's a tough
gross.
one. It's like a few days after I was still kind of like feeling
Icky.
gross about, like
Hmm.
it's not a good film to watch.
Hey, didn't they make more than just that one though?
I didn't
Thought there was a
see.
sequel.
I hope not. I don't think they
Gross.
listed on. No, they don't list it on IMDb and on Letterboxd, so
Okay,
there must not be one.
good.
Yeah. After this
All
is
right.
going to be cake. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like number 7.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's like when I get these two out of the way, Martyrs I think was like 3 or 4. We've already
Hmm.
done that. Audition was up there. We've already done that. Like these are really the 2 films that I'm sure there's
Actually
more
are
extreme
nasty. Yeah.
ones. They're just super. I'm not gonna go fucking find them. I'm only getting ones that are on like streaming services. Um, I'm not even gonna tell you. Well, you can find it yourself
Yeah,
if you're
figure it
looking
out.
for this one. Yeah.
Gross.
Yep.
All right. I guess a little bit of our movie news. The final episode currently only available on Blu-ray if you want one. 25 shipped, and I create them in-house. So you just message me, Steve or Joe, and I'll get one over to you. We are actually getting much closer to a digital release. Steve and I have been working, mostly Steve, on some of the feedback we got from the distributor. So once we get that shit locked in, hopefully we'll have an answer for you. I'm thinking 2 months. I don't know if all goes right, all goes smooth because once we get this thing approved, it takes like 5 days for them to get online, but we're still getting past that approval process because it's a lot. It's not content, it's all technical related. So highs and lows in audio and audio phasing and shit like that where we're learning as we go. So but it's also great learning for the next time so we can actually, um be conscious as we're editing instead of having to go backwards and fixing stuff. So that's exciting, Steve.
Yeah, but anyone should be watching it on Blu-ray. It's really the best way because then you get
Hmm.
our commentary, which provides a lot of insight into our movie, and you also get things like our behind the scenes video, which is shows just how unprofessional we are and how much fun we had doing it and how much we learned. It's crazy how much we learned in this process,
Hmm.
and it's just going to get better from here. Like I think that. Like I feel like way more confident about going
Yeah,
into a second film than I did with this one. But people really like this one. I mean, I'm really happy with the reception.
me too.
We got a 4.6 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and that's with like 18 reviews.
Suck it, Titanic.
Not, yeah. I mean, it should. Every day I check. Every time we get a new review, I'm like, okay, it should bump 7 for my most like highly reviewed thing,
Yeah.
highly rated thing on Letterboxd. But I guess they have a threshold of how many reviews it needs to have before it
Uh,
appears there.
but it's not your most obscure title
Nope,
anymore, is
it
it?
isn't. I made sure that I found one. Yeah, no,
That's
I
hilarious.
actually have a couple that are more obscure than that because I
That's
mean,
funny.
still 18 reviews is more than a lot of films I've seen.
18 reviews, and I think
That's without releasing on streaming.
all these proceeds go to the next one, and we're already writing and purchasing shit for it. So, and
Yeah.
planning and getting dates and stuff like that. So, we're out there. And once we have more information, we'll give it to y'all. So, thank you for the support as always. All right, Texas Chain Saw Massacre, 1974, directed by Mr. Toby Hooper. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Five friends head out on rural Texas to visit the grave of a grandfather. On the way, they stumble across what appears to be a deserted house, only to discover something sinister within, something armed with a chainsaw. Starring Marilyn Burns as Sally, Alan Danziger as Jerry, Paul A. Partain as Franklin, William Vale as Kirk, Terry McMinn as Pam, Edwin Neal Hitchhiker, Jim Sadio, they credit him as old man on this, but I know he's the cook. Everyone loves the cook. Gunnar Hansen, of course, Leatherface. John Dugan as grandfather, or yeah, grandfather. And then gentlemen like Joe Bill Hogan as drunk, William Creamer as bearded man, Perry Lopez as pickup driver. So the guy that saves Sally at the end. Spoiler alert.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
cunts.
So yeah. So basically, I mean, I don't know how many people that are like our age have not seen this movie. I'd be shocked if any our age, of course. Like the younger crowd, of course, I get it. The 2003 remake is pretty popular, but I don't know, man. So five young people, two couples, and Sally's wheelchair-bound brother or cousin, I forget, named Franklin. They're checking out Sally's grandfather's grave, right? And when they get there, a bunch of cops around and everything. And it turns out that some piece of shit has been going into cemeteries and digging up bodies and vandalizing them and like posing them in like weird, creepy ways on tombstones. And she's like, "Oh, is my granddaddy? Did he get vandalized?" And no, but they start with a creepy ass fucking sweaty looking corpse and looks fucking awesome because having lived in Texas, it's so fucking hot there, man. I can just imagine how that this whole movie smells from the van to the family dinner to the cemetery to them fucking around in the house. Gross. So once they get back on the road, they pick up Edwin Neal, who plays a hitchhiker, and he's just a fucking weirdo. First of all, I believe hitchhiking is a dying art, right? Or dead art at this point,
I haven't
at
seen
least
a
in the United
hitchhiker in
States.
a
Yeah.
long time.
Okay,
Yeah,
at least
maybe
in North
one in the
America.
last year. Yeah.
Don't pick up hitchhikers, people, especially not ones that I here's one of my questions. How stinky is the fucking hitchhiker?
Oh my
Seriously.
God, he's got to smell awful.
Like like
Like
just everything, right?
even without the context of where he's just been,
Ugh,
he looks like he smells. But knowing that he came from a slaughterhouse, he probably fucking
ugh,
just
God.
reeks.
And he doesn't even work there, so he's just hanging out at the slaughterhouse like a fucking weirdo. So they pick him up, of course, big mistake. He immediately starts talking like a fool. Franklin is like he's special needs too, right? I would
They
gather.
say specifically invalid.
Which
The-
means what though? I know he's like
it-
paralyzed from down.
yeah, I think he's probably like
Kind of
autistic or something.
something.
Yeah, he's got some kind of special needs.
Yeah, yeah. Because he gets really locked into like slaughterhouse stuff, and he grosses everyone out. And then when they pick up Hitchhiker, he's like, "Oh, my grandfather works there," and they kind of have a connection. But it kind of turns sour when Hitchhiker takes a picture of Franklin. He's like, "All right, you can pay me $2 for this." They're like, "We're not paying you shit, dude." And then he takes out a knife and cuts Franklin, and then they kick him out of the van. They go to a local gas station because they're running out of gas, but fucking Cook's there, and he's like, "We ain't got no gas." He's like, "Fuck." So they drive over to the family's old property. They're out of gas at this point, and then the groups split up. Kirk and Pam, they looking for a watering hole. They don't find it, but they do find a house, and they go up to like, "Hey, maybe we can get some gas or whatever." First of all, don't pick up human-looking teeth off the ground, you psycho. And then secondly, they go in the house, and this is when the shitstorm happens. Leatherface attacks, and now we're watching as this group of people are trying to survive in the Texas heat while being fish out of water, young crowd, and they're being attacked by, hillbilly inbred fucking cannibals that just want to kill them and eat them, and that's pretty much what happens. I also forgot to mention the amazing opening where, um, you know, a, a, just a great voiceover of talking about how the movie you're about to see happened to five young people, and like we know that these fucking kids are gonna be fucked because we already know they're spoiling us right away with this voiceover, and they talk about how it's become known as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then we get into the scene. It's fucking great. I love this movie. It's probably well, it's definitely my top five, maybe two, maybe three. I don't know. It varies between Jaws because Jaws is an amazing film. Obviously, we covered, and Dawn of the Dead, of course, Steve and I's favorite. Um, it's gritty. It's smell. You can smell it through the TV. It's fucking hot as fuck. Like they just do an amazing job of showing pain and being uncomfortable and just feeling for these people because like it's fucking relentless, and it's just gross. And I don't know. I can talk about this for a long time. Steve, what do you think?
So I have a lot of thoughts about this movie, and I'll just say right now, maybe controversially, I actually prefer the remake to this one.
What?
Yeah, and we'll get into that after. But I still think, obviously, this is a mega classic. It's got so many things I love about it. There are a few things I don't love about it, which is why, I maybe a lower score than you would expect. But I think what makes this film work is just, first of all, like, the cinematography of it. It just feels, it's like people after this movie just shot Texas this way. Like this is how Texas is going to be shot forever in horror. It's like it's so iconic.
Wide shot vistas.
Yeah, as much as
Yeah.
this says, just that yellow kind of greenness to it, and obviously, like a film like X wouldn't have happened if Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't a thing. And there are so many iconic shots in this movie, like maybe more than a lot of other like horror classics. I mean, there's just so many that it's like tough to like say what's your favorite, because there are really some good ones in this one. And yeah, it's just a solid movie, and it's gross and it's grimy and you feel gross watching it, but in a good way, it's like, and the fact that this is based off a real killer, I mean, loosely based, obviously, but still is pretty sickening. And just hearing that like camera sound, like ding, like it's just, oh my God, I get chills every time I hear it. It's
Yeah,
brilliant. It's a brilliant movie for sure.
it is. And so I have an initial question right off the bat here. So we learn a little bit later that Cook is in on it, and they go to the gas station, right? And when they originally go to the gas station, there's Cook, and then there's another guy washing windows. Is the washing window guy in on it? If so, where the fuck is he at? Or is he just a
Um,
hapless fucking bystander?
I think
What
he
do you think?
is. I think this is like in this one, it's like almost like a community thing, like they all look
Okay,
out for each other type of thing. Like no one
like the
comes to
remake.
Texas. Yeah, it's like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? So everyone's in on it.
we
He
almost like
just
eating people.
he's not important to the story, so that's why we don't see him. But yeah, I think that's he's definitely in on it.
Okay. And I love too, in which the cinematography when they get to the house is just fucking beautiful,
Mm.
man.
So yeah,
The house itself is like, first of all,
it's
whoever found the
massive.
house is a fucking beast. That's an
Yeah.
awesome house. But then like the house like seems like another character as well. It's so foreboding. And like when that shot of Pam from her, lower leg, butt level
Oh
kind
yeah.
of, and she's walking towards it and it goes under the swing. And I don't know if you listened to the director commentary for this,
No.
but like they had it on a track, obviously, and then the two guys on each side lifted the swing up, so it looks like it's still there.
That's so
And it's
cool.
just, it's amazing filmmaking, man.
Yeah, and that's what makes this movie like is a big reason why this movie stands out. It's so well shot. It's
Hmm.
like incredible how well shot this movie is, and to make such a gross movie look kind of beautiful in a way is quite the feat. And yeah, I mean, because you got first you got that grimy shot that you were talking about in the cemetery, and then you got that one very particular shot which they show often. Then you have the one where he's holding Sarah, I think that like kind of
Pam.
yeah, Pam, sorry, where he's holding and he's trying to like wrangle her back into the house. And then
Hmm.
you have, of course, the iconic final shot of Leatherface. Like, there's so many iconic shots in this. When he opens the door, like, my God, this movie is just, it's so full of classic shots.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched this actually, Halloween when I was like 12 or 13. And it fucking scared me, man, especially when because you think from watching movies that Kirk is gonna probably be like a hero type, right?
Yeah.
Or at least one of the guys. Not in this, man.
Nope.
Kirk is the first one to die brutally because
Mhm.
he say what you will. I always hate this when people go into people's houses in horror movies. I get
Constant,
he's
all the
I know,
time in horror movies.
right. Stay the fuck out.
Seriously.
Because you can legally get shot and you'll be fine for shooting the guy because you're coming in his house. But I guess, 70s, they're picking up hitchhikers. It's a different time.
Yeah, right.
But Kirk goes in the house and he fucking immediately dies. Just the way like he slips and then Leatherface comes out and the camera pans up to him and he has a fucking mallet and he
Yeah.
hits him, but he's not done and he keeps kicking his leg. I thought that was some of the most brutal shit, and there's zero blood in that scene. It's like, or if there is, it's like a speck, but like, they don't show anything. It's just all to your imagination and the audio, and then Kirk's reaction. That's fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, so something that's unique about this is the house is almost like a spider web in this movie.
Mm.
Like, and in most films, the killer is stalking everyone. And this one, the first like two victims go to Leatherface.
Yeah,
Like they just like walk into his web and he just grabs them. He's
his
like,
fucking kitchen practically.
right, exactly. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty wild and it's cool. It's cool that it's so different from all the other ones.
yeah. Here's my first annoyance with this movie, though. When Pam goes in the house and she falls into like the fucking bone room, it
Yeah,
lingers for so
it
long.
does.
It's like, yes, we get it. Get the fuck out of the house. And
Right?
she's just screaming and shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. What's your first issue you found with it though, besides that?
I don't love the characters, like the victim characters.
Hmm.
It just, I mean, Franklin just annoys the
Oh
fuck out
God,
of me.
Franklin, fucking shut up.
That could be a whole other thing. But even the other ones, I feel they're a little underdeveloped.
Hmm.
In the remake, I felt that they developed them more and you really knew who they were and what their deal was. In this, when we do have time spent with the characters, they don't give us a lot of character traits. The dialogue that they're saying doesn't make us learn anything about them. They're just reacting to the situation, and the situation is mostly the hitchhiker, being a complete weirdo in the van. Really, the one that's most developed in a way is Franklin. He's the one who gives them the most clues as to who he is outside of this situation, and I just wish there was more character development, and so I would care more about the victims.
I respect that, and that makes a lot of sense. And you're right. Even when it's breaking down and Sally and Franklin are the only ones left, and they still don't know what happened, we only see them or we only hear them complaining about stuff. And honestly, like Franklin says that him Franklin's kind of the audience because he's like,
He
"Come
is.
on, Franklin, this could be a fun trip." Like, who the fuck invited Franklin?
All right.
Like, leave Franklin at home because this isn't an era where there was like disability ready places. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's not you got to carry this motherfucker. He's not a little boy
No.
over shit, and they're
I know.
taking him out to
You
the
could just
fucking
put two
Texas desert.
planks down
Yeah,
and a
and
barrel.
give him a can, Pistons can, dude.
Exactly. Which is like
Also,
crazy because A, the friggin' wooden like planks are super flimsy, and
yeah,
B, they're at an angle that he could just like pull a Mac at me and fucking just
yeah.
fly off, down into the lake.
That's so fucking funny. And he does fly off
He does.
because
Yeah.
because that fucking I don't know if semi truck. How fast is that semi truck going?
Apparently so fast that the wind like blew them all. Like,
Roof blanket for
it made
down
no
the
sense
fucking
at
road.
all.
He must have been like 3 inches away from them, going at 200 miles per hour,
Right?
because it just blows his ass down the fucking thing.
Oh my
And
God.
even I don't remember if they do, but that'd been hilarious if he had piss all over his pants. Like that'd been so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Hmm.
But yeah, Franklin like doesn't shut the fuck up
Nope.
ever.
Ever.
But also, they kind of set him up to be angry because it's hot as fuck. He's stuck in a wheelchair. And
Hmm.
then each of the other kids, or they're like 20, each of the other people are like paired up with girlfriends and boyfriends. So they're off they're trying to get fucked and shit. And they just leave his ass.
Yeah, I'll be back in an hour. An
What?
hour in a fucking abandoned building that isn't handicap like
Yeah.
ready.
And he
Yeah,
doesn't have his
oh,
piss can with him.
let me go in my fucking empty ass room for an
Yeah.
hour and do nothing.
I know people are horny, but like after being in that Texas heat in that
Oh
van
my
for
God,
how many
gross,
hours, you're
dude.
not fucking. You're not fucking. That's
No.
gross. But poor Franklin, it makes an appearance in part two. which is pretty cool because he's the nephew, I think, to
Yeah.
his name's Lefty, right? Or Shifty or
So yeah.
something like that. The fucking sheriff. Um,
Yeah. But just
eh,
the fact. So how many times have you seen this movie? Like multiple times, right?
I don't even know at this point. Yeah,
Just the fact that you're not sure if it's her brother or her cousin
cousin. Yeah,
shows just how little development there is in the characters. You
that's a
know,
good point. Yeah,
it,
good point.
it should be obvious. You know, it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, that's. But I know when he does the fucking mouth sounds there.
Well,
Oh my god!
I get it, but he's also mimicking the hitchhiker because
Right?
hitchhiker did that to him.
Yeah.
And if you accept that he's like on the spectrum or something
Oh,
like
for
that,
sure. Yeah,
then you're
he
like, okay.
definitely is.
Which is another reason not to bring him along because he needs special care and
Oh,
you
for
guys are
sure.
just trying to get fucking head. Like so.
Right?
But I thought it was funny though when the hitchhiker first of all, hitchhiker's fucking gross, dude. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're like he hands him stuff. I'm like, I'm not touching your fucking crody ass shit. Like he hands him his knife and they trade back and forth and then he's like, is this the hitchhiker's blood? Look at the blood. Don't touch the blood, Franklin. Back it up, Franklin. What are you doing?
Seriously. And if
And
the
then he rubs the
hitchhiker
blood all
gives
over
you
the van.
Polaroids, you know it's going to be gross. Like,
Oh God. $2. You get $2 in 1974. Like, what are you talking
seriously,
about?
that,
Dude? Give me a quarter.
yeah, that's a lot. For
Yeah,
$2 for a
Jesus.
Polaroid?
I think that's what the kid asked fucking Sarah Connor in Terminator 2.
Right? Yeah.
Like, come on, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Um, but he wipes the blood on the van, which is like, what does that mean? Does it mean something? No, bitch. He just wiped his blood. He's not fucking some. Well, I guess if you follow part four, there's some like supernatural shit, but
Right.
we're not following the part four. Um, so I guess I mean, we talked about Kirk getting his head beat in. Oh, Pan. I mean, shit, dude. One of my favorite scenes in horror, period,
Mhm.
is when the moment Kirk is killed and he's taken, and then Leatherface slams the door,
Yeah.
and then it does that droning music sound.
Mm.
It's so dreadful that, and you have this pan that was like 100 pounds nothing
Yeah.
has to fucking what's gonna happen to her, and
Hmm.
she doesn't have any idea. Although I think you would hear him bashing his head in, but who am I?
Probably.
But I just it's that whole part is like, oh man, she's so vulnerable and she's gonna get fucked over right now. It's just an amazing scene.
Yeah. Leatherface is terrifying
Mhm.
in this movie. I mean, he's a terrifying looking character to begin with because I mean, obviously, he's got the freaking face and just
Yeah,
the size, I
it's a
mean,
big boy.
Gunner is massive. So yeah, it's such a cool scene.
Yeah. Also, though, I mean, if you look at it from Leatherface's point of view, he's obviously abused, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
he's obviously got a mental handicap.
Yeah.
But if you look at his perspective, like these outsiders, Kirk shows up in his fucking kitchen, kills him.
Hmm.
Pam shows up, kills her. And then these people keep coming out of nowhere, dude. And he
Right.
he even goes to the fucking window like in a panic attack, and he's like looking out to see if there's anyone else. And like you
Right.
kind of feel like obviously this guy's a serial killer and he's not a good guy, but it's like all right, from his warped perspective and knowing that he was brought up by Cook, who's a fucking psycho, and Hitchhiker, who's a freaking weirdo too.
Right.
Like it's a recipe for disaster, and no wonder he's a fucking cannibal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he unfortunately doesn't know better. He's a product of his environment, and you do feel the innocence with him. You get that a lot later too in the sequels, but in this one, you kind of the building blocks of that innocence. He's like you said, he's got some kind of special needs issue as well, and it's kind of sad. You feel for the character, even though he's killing like the heroes of the film. It's just you could tell he's innocent in a weird way.
Yeah, he's a victim of his circumstances, even though he's
Yep.
still a piece of shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's still
Um,
killing people.
yeah, I was wondering. So this time around, you know how well, first of all, I mean, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Sally and Franklin, they're like, all right, we need to go look for them.
Mhm.
I totally feel for Sally because now she has to push Franklin in a wheelchair through like
Yep.
thickets and bushes, and it's just another thing the movie does well is like you feel their frustrations, and she's like this, tiny woman pushing this big
Mhm.
dude in a wheelchair through the dirt at night, and it just sucks for her.
Mhm. Yeah, she'll
Um,
always be happy to get rid of him. Like,
I
so,
know at this point, Franklin, okay, I get Franklin is he's like, I'll go with you, Sally. Hold on. Like, what are you gonna do, Franklin? Like, are you
right.
gonna fight? You gonna fight him? Like, what are you doing? Franklin should have stayed behind. Sally
Yep.
should have fucked off.
Mhm.
and then we could add two separate kills. Maybe Cook comes back, or maybe Hitchhiker. Well, Cook doesn't kill people, but Hitchhiker comes to
Right.
get him by himself. I think that would be cooler. But it would rob us of the scene of Leatherface coming out of the fucking woods and
Mm.
just murdering Franklin.
Yeah, which is really cool too. Like the look of him in the woods is just like it's terrifying, man.
God,
Oh my God, yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
Mm.
Sally gets captured and taken to the house, but then she does escape.
Yeah.
And then she runs.
That's when she goes through the second floor window and it's totally fine, right?
Yeah. And then she
Yeah,
goes to the first
like
floor and then
yeah,
breaks her
she's
ankle or something.
fucking her and my grandpa apparently are just
She's
like
diving off fucking
diving
roofs.
off fucking high places and being totally fine.
Oh my God. So she escapes. Leatherface is chasing her for like 9 minutes.
Right?
And then, first of all, for a big guy, Gunner's got some cardio,
He does. Yeah, yeah.
But they make it back to the gas station from the original. Here's my question.
Mhm.
Obviously, we don't know because we didn't watch this in the theaters. But do you think audiences thought Cook was innocent or like not a bad
I
guy?
think so at first, you know. I mean, this is really like one of the first slashers, you know. Like
Hmm.
I mean, it's before all the other famous ones, basically. So people didn't know better, you know. They didn't, the anti-hero wasn't a thing. You know, people like turning like everyone's bad type thing. It's not really established in 1974. So I think for
Yeah.
sure they thought, oh, this is the guy who's going to help them out and win the day, even though you know they died. You know, they probably like forgot that by that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because I just think that would be a cool because for like a couple minutes there, he's very like apologetic and he's trying to help her and it's
Yeah.
like, what? There's no one out here. Like, come on, we got to get in the car and we got to go. And then you see it in his face because he's a great actor. Like
Yeah.
he's warped too. And then Sally, poor thing, has been screaming for the last 45 minutes of the movie,
Yep.
is now with this piece of shit. And I just think that would have been such a cool thing to experience for the first time,
Yeah,
seeing
I
seeing
agree.
him beg. What do you think about Cook, man?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, he's great in his role. And it's I feel like you know you're talking about Leatherface kind of chasing her for 9 minutes or whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a lull until Cook comes in, you know, and then it starts getting interesting because this is where we go back to the house, we get the dinner scene and all that stuff. Grandpa, you know, is introduced, and I
God, so
feel
terrifying.
the movie gets better once Cook is reintroduced into the story. I don't know. Is that how you feel too, or because
I
you
I,
kind of
f-
like the whole thing? And
I I love the whole thing, but I do agree it kicks it up a notch,
Mhm.
and then it gives you a little bit something. 'Cause Leatherface, besides being terrifying, is kind of boring. Doesn't talk.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's the only
Yeah,
like kind of I hate to say this word, but normal one.
yeah.
You know, even though he's obviously not, he's a freaking psycho. But you have between him, Grandpa, and the hitchhiker, it's like
Oh
he's
yeah,
kind of the voice of reason in this family. You know.
it kind of is. And then I just love his performance too with Cook. It's like you can tell he knows he's wrong
Hmm.
because the way he smiles and then gets embarrassed and kind of turns away from everything.
Right.
Especially when he captures her and then he has her in the car in like a sack or something.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry now, we're gonna take care of you." And then but he can't help himself, and he like jabs her with the end of a broom handle.
Mm.
I just that's one of the that's one of the most disturbing things in this movie to me is not everything else that we see. It's him and his reaction to essentially torturing Sally as she's helpless.
Yeah.
It's always affected me, and it's I don't know, it's fucked. But then let's get to that fucking dinner.
Oh my God. Like one of the most iconic scenes, like setup in
Hmm.
horror history, easily, you know? It's just so grimy and gross and a lot of I feel a lot of movies have done a version of this scene after this, but none of them are as good as this, you know? I mean, obviously they do kind of similar things in some Rob Zombie movies.
Hmm.
You know, this is just something that people have tried to emulate. I mean, even Skin Deep had kind of this scene too, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, often imitated but never
Yeah,
replicated, in my opinion.
exactly. It's so just well done and gross and you like you just wonder like where is this going to go next, right? It's like she's stuck there and you got the family there and it's just yeah, it's a cool scene.
Yeah. I I mean, like you, once we see a movie so often, you start looking at other little details.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was super gross that Cook uses like this dirtiest cum rag and shoves it in Sally's
Oh
mouth as
my
a gag. I'm like,
God.
oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking probably the worst thing in this whole movie. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, I agree with you. It's one of the best setups in horror, period.
Hmm.
And it's just like at one point she falls asleep from all the shock and then she wakes back up and she doesn't know where she's at briefly and then she's right back in the nightmare and they're all eating their food and then she starts screaming. They all like pause and look at her. That's one of the
Hmm.
most effective parts. And they're just like they're mocking her essentially and she's just screaming and it's just you got grandpa there looking like a fucking mummy. Um and then they're hey, let's have grandpa have a shot at killing her. He doesn't
Oh
get to
my
kill
God.
anymore.
The fucking grandpa hammering scene is so
It,
funny.
it goes on like three or four
Way too
blows too
long.
much, too long.
Yeah. He just keeps trying, like as
Yeah.
if it's gonna work, you know?
Yeah. Keep trying, Grandpa. They
Yeah,
really love Grandpa though.
they do.
And they love Grandma. Her corpse is upstairs.
All right. Yeah. So do you
Um,
think grandpa and grandma were just as sick as they were?
I gotta
Or,
be right.
I mean, they had in some way, right? You know, like they're the one who taught them.
Hmm. Yeah, I
But
think they're a product of their environment too,
yeah,
ultimately.
I don't remember if they address that in the prequel. God, I
Mm,
think we even reviewed
I
the
think
prequel, right?
we, I think they do because they have. I don't remember. I kind of feel like
Yeah.
watching it again though.
Yeah, I mean, I might go through the series.
Hmm.
I just watched two last year when we did the
Dude, I'd love to, man.
retrospectives, but yeah, yeah, I'll have to
Um,
review it one day. But anyway, that's
for sure.
yeah,
But yeah, Sally eventually breaks out because they're trying to have Grandpa kill her and he's fucking old as dirt.
right.
And then she jumps out another window, busting all the windows. Oh, super funny thing where Leatherface and when he's first chasing her, he cuts down their own door,
Yeah,
and then Cook comes back like, "You fucked up the door!"
yeah.
Out of all things,
That's so funny. Yeah.
yeah.
That
Look
has
what your
like a
brother
piece of
did to the
shit, just like
door.
fucking shit all over the place. It's like
Yeah,
the door. I feel they do a lot of that in later in the series too. It's in four, the one with Matthew McConaughey,
yeah.
where he complains about like things like that, like things in the house and stuff. That
Stupid shit.
yeah,
So like, I gotta imagine, I gotta go back to smells again. That
yeah.
house is
Oh my
gotta.
God, it must reek like all the friggin'
Ugh,
decay in there.
ugh,
It
yeah.
must be insane.
They
Oh my
must have like
God.
every disease you can
Yep.
get. Like, I don't know. Like even in the game, which I fucking love the game,
Mm.
um, it just felt like going home in a sense
Oh,
because
yeah.
playing a character and going into the house in the game
They
is so fun.
really nailed the aesthetic of like the Texas Chain Saw Massacre in the game.
Oh yeah.
The game had issues. Namely, I think it was like they give you like powers the more you like level up. So
Hmm.
if you come into the game even like a week after people have played, you're
Oh
never
yeah,
gonna
I
fucking
was
win.
fucking killing people
You know,
like
it's
crazy.
like
Yeah.
totally unfair. Like me with my stick, and then someone else coming in with a gold
Fucking.
chainsaw. You know, like it's just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They
I
need to
mean,
balance it better, but it was definitely a cool game.
and it's long abandoned though. So, well, I think you can still do private servers, but who's doing that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, I play all those games. I can't wait for Halloween to come out, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
digress.
I pre-ordered it too, so I'm looking
Fuck
forward
yeah.
to that one.
Sally jumps out another window, busts another window out.
Yep.
If I'm the window guy in this town, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's actually probably the guy at the gas. He's the window
Probably.
guy. Yeah, that's why he accepts it. It's just more business. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have an issue with this last sequence, but I'm wondering if you do
The
as well.
sequence with the like the truck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I mean, what do you have? What's your thoughts on it? Like she gets out and then magically people appear to save her.
Yeah, I mean the the hitchhiker gets killed
Mm,
by a truck, and then yeah, it's I mean it's fine. I don't think it's the best ending. It's just weird. You know, it kind of ends abruptly.
hmm.
You know, now it's saved by one of the most iconic shots in horror, which is something we've said like five times now. But you know, like how many times? Like every
Yeah.
time we're like, "Oh, this is an iconic shot. This is an iconic shot."
Iconic.
But yeah, this one with the Leatherface dancing and everything. But I don't know. I feel like it could have been thought out a little bit better or
Mhm.
done a little bit better. I don't know. It just kind of wraps things up a little too quickly, in my opinion.
So yeah, I like it. The sequence where she's running from the house and the hitchhiker's still fucking with her and he's
All
slicing
right.
her on the back. That's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And then Hitchhiker and Gunner were supposed to come back for part four, but they didn't agree with money. So how I
Oh,
guess
really?
Hitchhiker wouldn't have died somehow.
All right.
Um, But what I don't like is that it's cool that the truck runs him over, but then like another truck shows up and rescues her. The truck
Right.
driver just runs off into infinity, never to be seen again.
Right.
I don't know. It was just a lot of like from going from no one being around except our victims and the family to
Hmm.
having two characters immediately show up
Right.
when it is needed. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Do you think that guy is still running?
He's
Like
dead. He fucking had a heart attack.
he's just like Forrest Gump. Yeah, I'm still around. And yes.
I honestly, I would. He's probably dead. They probably chased him down.
Yeah, that should have been the beginning of two. It's just him
Oh,
like
imagine.
still running. Yeah,
Yeah, like
like
shit.
he's lost a bunch of weight and it's like
Yeah, he's just, yeah. It was actually a blessing for me running that guy over.
right. Yeah,
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 but
yeah, you're right though.
he does like headshot Leatherface with a wrench
He does, yeah.
from like 10 feet away. It's a pretty good shot.
Yep. Didn't do anything, but
Yeah, well, he cut
nice.
his leg.
Yeah, that's true.
But I love that when Sally gets in the truck, speeds away, and she's like screaming
Yeah, she
hysterically.
got like she yeah does a great job of conveying like just
Mm.
emotional trauma. Yeah,
Madness, yeah.
yeah, that's good. And then the dance, of course, it's
Iconic, right?
a super iconic and kind of like in a weird out of place, but that's what makes it work so well. You
Hmm.
know, it's like not something you would expect Leatherface to do, but it's also something you would expect Leatherface to. It's like yeah, it's a beautiful shot.
It's pretty goofy
Yeah,
if you just
it
take it from
is.
what it is, yeah.
Hmm. But it works so well. You know.
Because that Texas sunrise, dude, or sun is it sunset or sunrise?
It would be
Sunrise,
it would be
sunrise.
sunrise because it was overnight. Yeah,
Yeah, but that Texas sunrise coming and him with his silhouette backdrop and spinning around, and then her screaming. It's fucking and the chainsaw going off, and
yeah,
Patrick Bateman doing crunches to the
right.
movie.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is that like he has nothing really to celebrate it. You know that his victim got away, his
I
family's
think
all dead, and he's just like just enjoying the moment. You know, he's
he's
just like,
for the love of the game.
yeah.
I think he's that's how he expresses his frustration though.
Oh, you
Like
think he was frustrated? Not
yeah, I
like,
think he was, yeah, because she got away and he's doesn't know how to express himself
hmm,
and he just dances. I don't know. He's
yeah,
just in his room dancing, I guess.
right.
Yeah,
It worked.
definitely works.
Yeah.
What other issues you got with it?
That's pretty. Yeah, I don't have a ton of it. I mean, like I don't want to like come off as like I hate this movie. You know, like
Mm.
I think it's an uber classic.
Well, I always like hearing
I
dissenting opinions on
I do
classics.
think that similar to Night of the Living Dead, which obviously I also think is an uber classic. I feel like the remake fixed a lot of the issues that the original had. It's not as iconic as the original, and I
Hmm.
think the same way for both films, but it's like better made. You know, it's like a better made
Like
version of
Hills
this.
Have Eyes too.
Yeah, you know, it's just like you can't fuck with the original, but those are the example and a few examples. Unfortunately, a lot of them just completely screwed the pooch in their remake.
Right.
But these ones, I think they just took what worked and made it better. You know, and that's how.
What's your rating for the Dawn of the Dead remake?
Oh, five.
A five. Okay.
Yeah, but
That's a rare,
that one didn't
amazing.
feel like a remake as much as
Mm.
TCM or Night of the Living Dead or Hills Have Eyes. Like Dawn changed a lot. You know,
Yeah,
like it
it's
doesn't
basically
feel
just
like
them
the
in the
same
mall. That's
movie.
it. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
It's got zombies in a mall.
Yeah.
That's as much as the connection, and obviously the cameos and all that shit. But yeah, you know, so it's a
Kind of
totally
feel that
different
way
ballgame.
about. I feel that way about Hills Have Eyes too. It's similar setup, but like completely different
Yeah,
with like who the mutants are. But I don't know. And I feel like watching O3s again, man. Because
me too. You know,
yeah,
it's like
might throw it on.
yeah, we reviewed that a long time ago. But it's a good one, man. It's just like it's so well done and grimy in a different way,
Yeah.
and the music. Oh my, I still think the trailer's the best horror trailer ever.
Wow.
For O3, the way that they, oh my god, it's just so good. Like
I'm gonna
I
pull
get
it up so I don't
goosebumps.
forget.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. The way it's two songs, they play like two different songs during it. At first, it's like a really like kind of slow song, and then it goes with the iconic camera flash sound, and then it goes into like a kind of fast pace score. Oh, fucking
But
beautiful.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I remember seeing it in theaters. Like that's when I was in film school when the remake came out, and just being like, oh my God, I day one have to go see
Yeah.
this, you know? So yeah.
Um, how'd you watch this one this time?
So I actually pulled out a DVD, sorry, a Blu-ray that I had not opened yet.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I bought. all of them individually. Not I don't. Do they sell a pack of all the
No,
Texas? No.
there's no box set. No.
So yeah, so I bought them all individually, and yeah, I'd never actually watched the disc of this one. I think last time I watched it for the Toby Hooper retrospective, I watched it online.
Hmm.
So yeah, got to pull the old trusty
Old
uh,
trusty physical media
physical
that
media.
can never be taken away from you.
What about you?
I watched it on tape this time
Oh,
on
nice.
like 14-inch CRT TV as
Very
God
nice.
intended.
Yeah, yeah, right.
It's just I don't know. Tape makes it look even grodier than
It does.
because
Yeah.
I have like 9 versions of this movie because it's one of my favorites, and
Mm.
I got like four. When you watch these movies in 4K though, it takes away some of the juice.
Some of them do. Yeah.
Mm.
It just you can't. It just
You
puts the
see the
flaws.
flaws.
Yeah,
Mm.
like way too much.
Yeah, like Dawn of the Dead too. I love the movie obviously, but
Hmm.
4K is like,
Yep. Yeah, you're
seeing
right.
a little bit too much of this makeup here,
Right.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hmm.
All right. Well, anything else? Oh, we got to talk about what fucking Joe said,
Oh
huh?
yeah. Do you have it up for
Boner.
her?
I don't have it up.
Okay, I got it. Let's see.
All
So
right.
Joe sent a little message, and he said, "TCM 5 out of 5, though obviously perfect summertime fourth vibes. The dinner scene is one of the most iconic and visceral scenes in horror history, and still terrifying to this day. Leatherface's first appearance is amazingly effective. It's so quick and absolutely terrifying, and the kill is simple but disturbing. The way he is just shaking uncontrollably." There's so much to say, but since I'm a schoolboy bitch and a part timer, I'll leave it to Steve and Todd to say the rest. I'll be back next week, I hope. Miss you all, Joe.
Oh, he also said, P.S. Steve and Todd are way more handsome than mine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that
Weird.
goes without saying.
I'm kind of curious to see what this movie made in the box office, and I mean, it had to have killed it, right? Back then.
Did it? I,
I
I don't think
think
so. I
fucking.
don't think 74 audience was ready for a movie like this. This is
Oh no, it
really.
killed it.
Oh, did it? Wow.
Yeah, it killed it. $140,000 budget, 30 million profit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so
But is that the original run or is that
uh
subsequent
since
like
then,
re-releases? You know?
I don't know. Good point, because I've seen it in the theater.
Yeah, it's been I've seen it go through the theater a bunch of times,
Yeah.
so I have a feeling it isn't an original run type thing.
Mm. Either way, $140,000 budget. That's fucking insane because they
Hmm.
accomplished so much. Hour 23 minutes, pretty tight runtime too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really want to go back to this area of Texas, which is in Austin, which I did a few years back. I've talked about hit the remake sites, which look exactly the same, which is fucking dope.
Right.
But I didn't go to the graveyard for this original, and it looks just like it does back then, just like Night of the Living Dead Cemetery and stuff like that. So
Right.
I want to see it. All right, rate it, Steve.
So I give it a 4.5 out of 5, which is actually up from the last time I watched it, which I gave it
Oh,
a 4. The point 0.5, I think, is really for me, it's the character development more than anything. And it is a bit slow in the middle until um, the gas station scene. And that's where, and Cook and everything, that's where I think the film like starts picking up again.
mhm.
But still, I mean, obviously, it's super classic, and I'll keep watching it. I watch it every year or two, I'd say ish. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely one of those. I'll watch
yeah.
forever.
I showed Steve and Joe, but when I logged it this time, I looked at my previous logs and I watched it within like 3 or 4 days, same time last year.
Mhm.
This is like my summer movie. Oh, I forgot to mention how hot Pam and fucking Sally are, dude.
Oh yeah,
Like, oh
yeah,
yeah, smoke
yeah.
shows.
How many of them have you met from the Texas Chain Saw?
Uh,
Because you've been to have you been to Texas Frightmare that had
I
a
did.
reunion?
No, the only time I went to Texas Frightmare, I met Grandpa. That was a while ago.
Hmm.
John Dugan, and then I met Terry recently and Jerry recently. Um, but I haven't met Hitchhiker, which is a freaking bummer. And Kirk, I haven't seen him at any cons yet. I think the rest have passed away, sadly.
Yeah, yeah. I have Terry. I do. I have. I'm pretty sure I have Jerry. I have the Hitchhiker. Well,
Nice.
I met Gunner a long time ago. I have Toby Hooper's autograph, but I didn't meet him.
I have
Um,
two Toby and Gunner's autographs, but didn't meet him either.
yeah, but yeah, I've met like the ones that I guess are alive right now.
Yeah,
So I mean, the
of
movie's
course.
old, you know. So
It is. 74 is a long time ago.
yeah, exactly. So,
Um, yeah, I think it's obvious. I give this a 5 out of 5. I love it. There's some lulls here and there, but it's just, we say it again, iconic for multiple reasons. People have imitated this movie since its conception. It's
mhm.
fucking awesome. Two, I think, comes pretty close, but it's totally different
Yeah,
tonally.
it's not even the same
Um,
movie. Like,
yeah, so it's hard to compare them like that. But TCM one, amazing film.
mhm.
And then the Letterbox people, our friends rating gave it a 4.6, so right in between us. And the overall Letterbox rating is 3.8, so still
Yeah,
pretty strong.
yeah. I mean, horror fans definitely embrace this
Oh
more
yeah.
than
Hmm.
normies. Yeah.
Is this in your top 10? No, with a 4.5?
No, I don't think
No.
so. No,
Okay.
I mean, we'll find out, but
Oh,
I no, it's
teaser.
a top 25, but
Top
not
25.
not top
Okay.
10. Yeah. All right. So next week we are doing another interesting kind of, yeah, I don't know, is it in Texas that one? I'm not sure. Kind of
Arizona,
okay, yeah,
I
it's in the
think.
south somewhere. It's a
Yeah.
lot of desert and stuff like that. We are doing Todd's pick,
Oh,
Tremors, which is
Tremors.
another big series that we've never touched. So that'll be interesting to see. So join us for that. Next movie club will be at the last Friday of July, and we will be doing a shark movie because it is Shark Week around that time. And we're going to be doing a vote on our Discord. And our Discord, of course, is the best way that you can interact with us. All you have to do is ask us for a link and you'll get right in. It's absolutely free. We have a bunch of discussions and just a great time in there, you know. So just talking some horror, talking right now. The Halloween stuff is starting to come out in stores because, of course, it's
Hmm.
June, so that's how stores are now. You know, they're going to be all out by September, but
Well, it's July now, as
yeah,
of this
yeah, that's
episode
right.
drop.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so join us there. You can also follow us on all our other social medias, X, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, all that kind of
Just go to the
stuff.
Discord, seriously. It's
Yeah,
it's
seriously,
it's a lot of
that's really
fun.
the that's really the best way. Like we said before, if you'd like to buy a Blu-ray of our film, the final episode, just contact any of us, and we'll get you that Blu-ray. They're $25 US shipped or $30 Canadian shipped if you'd like that. And T Public, we got a bunch of
Hmm.
cool shirts there. Definitely check it out. Some great designs from various artists who've done it over the years, and we appreciate everyone who buys stuff off there and
Yeah.
supports us. And Joe says a bunch of other stuff. I never know. That's his job.
Welcome.
He needs to
Welcome.
come back so he could do his job. So
Yeah. I
we'll.
also need to make a correction.
Oh,
Um, Tremors is Nevada, not Arizona, but desert nonetheless.
yeah, for sure. All right, so everybody, please be safe. Don't tip the fireworks box and burn
Seriously.
your house down. And
Don't pick up hitchhikers
yes, so
or go into
enjoy
people's
and
houses.
exactly. So and that's it. Tremors next week. Bye.
Go. See ya.